Anyway, we're back for another podcast. And Toad, I was going to ask you,
Hello, Wolf.
how do you Are you a fan of I've been playing through the Oblivion remaster, Elder Scrolls 4, and I'm heading
Yeah, man. I haven't played the remaster. I played Oblivion back in the day. Not heaps. I was a little bit too young when Oblivion first came out. It was like 2006 or something, wasn't it?
2005.
2005.
I think, yeah.
It was a little bit too advanced for me at the time, but I played the shit out of Skyrim, and that's kind of, obviously I didn't 100% complete Skyrim. I'm not that fanatic, but I'd finished Skyrim, and then I was just like, wow, I need more. So yeah, I went back and played Oblivion straight away. But Skyrim's still most of where my Elder Scrolls knowledge lies. I won't lie. Pretty big Dagoth enjoyer as well.
Dagoth
Yeah. Well, specifically not like the lore accurate Dagoth like the NPC mod that you can get.
Oh wait, are you talking about Daggerfall?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've actually been watching footage of that. That game is huge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
because it was all procedurally generated, the map.
It's
still one of the biggest game maps ever made.
Yeah, it broke the world record for the largest map in any game.
Yeah, man. I'll pull it up.
Yeah, pull it up. Pull.
But because I never played Daggerfall, the game, but I've been watching a lot of people playing it recently. And it's just it seems like it is mostly empty. I know there's a lot of towns and, churches, whatever, all within it that you can visit. But I think it was mostly set dressing, right? It's just a lot of walking through nothing to get to places.
Yeah. And, it's mostly, just fast travel stuff, yeah. If you wanted to get somewhere, which would have to be, because there's no way. I think someone told me, to walk the entire distance of the game would take the same amount of time as if you would have walked the entirety of Britain.
Is that right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, right.
There's one, everyone knows, Skyrim for how big it is. But there's one tiny island in Daggerfall that on the map, it looks like nothing. But that one island is as big as Skyrim in the game Skyrim.
Yeah, right.
Which is insane. And
I have seen that, yeah. I think we've seen the same TikTok. But what I was talking about, where we were getting, it's Dagoth, he's a main antagonist of Morrowind.
Oh, okay.
But there's a mod where, he's just a follower in Skyrim and says funny things. That's all I was talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, not at all, dude. Daggerfall's super, super interesting. I just don't know much about it other than the map.
Yeah, I don't really know much. Yeah, but...
Here's a picture here. So all those dots are something you can go to, right? They're all towns and shit, I believe, but...
Yeah.
I don't think there was necessarily much to do there. Because I think the quests were procedurally generated as well.
Really?
So it could be where you go to for the fetch quest or something could be semi-random. That's how they incorporated all the map. But yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well,
But that's about all I know about it. I'm sorry, go
on. Was this the first of the Elder Scrolls series?
I don't think Daggerfall was first. I can look it up. I think Daggerfall's number 2.
Okay.
Elder Scrolls. But let's have a look. Yeah, because there was Arena. I don't know if that was the first one either. List of Elder Scrolls video games. Oh yeah, so Arena was the first one, then Daggerfall, then Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, and then the to-be-released Elder Scrolls 6, which was teased 10 years ago?
Or 10 years ago.
No, maybe it was only 2 years ago, I don't know.
But yeah, it's...
and there's ESO and all that stuff. That list is surely incomplete.
I think, but I feel like the wait might be worth it for Elder Scrolls 6. Because I think what Bethesda have seen, the failure of Starfield, I think it's called.
Yeah, it did flop pretty hard, didn't it?
It did a bit. And I think...
but that's a modern interpretation of trying to bring back a Daggerfall map, having procedurally generated planets and stuff,
Yeah.
which I feel like was people's main gripe with that game, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was supposed to bring back the nostalgia of old school RPGs like Daggerfall or I think there was another there was an online game called I think it was called King's Quest or something like that.
Yeah,
But I just know that back in the day there was quite a huge movement for bringing basically trying to bring the D&D experience to a game.
Really, really hard to bottle that, right? Human imagination wins out again.
Although, I'm very excited because I feel like Oblivion was Bethesda's way of testing the waters to see, because clearly there's still quite a market. Like, people like the fact that, I mean, I'll fess up to a blunder that I made. I've already told you about. But in Oblivion, as you know, I'm a vampire.
Yes.
And I'm a warrior build. And being a vampire is good, but it comes with the drawback of
the sun hurts you.
The sun hurts you. Fire hurts you and all that sort of stuff. And I spent hours and hours farming in Oblivion gates to get their sigil. And fire resist does not do anything against the sun, unfortunately. But that's what I love about this game, and I think a lot of other people do as well. It's like the fact that there's so many things you have to work and grind your ass off for. You have to plan a lot of things ahead of time. It's a great survival game, and even the lock picking, even though it's a pain in the ass, it just makes it that much more satisfying. And if I'm trying to break into somewhere for the Dark Brotherhood or whatever, and I'm frantically trying to make sure that I get every lockpick correct, so I don't run out of lockpicks and I have to go spend a fortune on more lockpicks from the Thieves Guild, which you don't get to do if you can. Anyway, you have to really.
It's choice, dude. I think that's what it is, right? That's the appeal of RPGs.
Yeah,
but I think it's not necessarily just choices in the story or dialogue. I think that's a separate thing. That still tickles your brain in a positive way, but it's choices with your character and how you develop it. I think that's a part of why games like Dark Souls are so good, right? Because there's so many different types of builds you can have, right? The way you experience the game can change so much based on your play style or how you prefer to do things.
That's exactly right. Yeah, it's it's just. They definitely hit it out of the park with games like Baldur's Gate 3.
You're still yet to play it, but I've heard that's the closest to a true D&D experience.
Yeah, I've played a fair bit of it, and
I've heard it's very good.
I've played up until the second act, and I've replayed it since then 1,000 different times, and the story plays out so differently depending what you say or do.
Yeah, right.
It's you can make and obviously even I like how you can have really good gear but still lose to shitty rolls.
Yeah. It is kind of cool that just fate is a cruel mistress, or the randomness of just what can kind of happen.
It's
also super frustrating, I'm guessing.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sometimes it can be.
If you just lose for bullshit reasons.
Yeah, it's just goddamn game. But that's what I love about it. And that's what I love about games like Oblivion. There's a lot of aspects about it that are tedious, but it just it makes you feel like you're there. It makes you feel like you
you've earned it. Having to work towards something. For sure, grinds can be super satisfying. I think it's just when you delve into the world of MMOs, once again the grind's super satisfying, but it becomes almost a lifestyle choice at a certain point, right? Just the amount of time.
Josh Strife, who's a gaming commentator on YouTube, he's a gaming personality. He went around and had a panel of all these different content creators that work on different MMOs, everyone, I think Asmongold to Ginger Prime to Zeppler. And yeah, they did come to the conclusion that even being a content creator for these games can be difficult because they have to constantly, always, well, one, it's a very niche community,
Sure.
no matter which one it is, and even if it's a game like World of Warcraft, like there's.
It's funny how with so many concurrent players since like the dawn of time, like I swear that game's been around forever. It is still, fairly niche of an interest.
Yeah. And
it's not like GTA 5. Like everyone's played GTA at some point.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, it's like but these guys, they have to always be the first that is aware of any kind of update, and they have to be aware of every update about every aspect of the game because there's people play. Like I play MMOs like Final Fantasy 14. I love that game. Like but it is correct. Like when you choose to play an MMO, you're not just choosing to play a game. Like you're choosing a lifestyle essentially. Like you're choosing. Well, it's like going to work, like play for your local cricket team or something like that.
Yeah, for sure. You have to dedicate a certain amount of hours per week to this thing if you want to progress and actually have fun doing it.
Yeah, especially if you plan on doing things like raiding and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I tend to do a lot of things solo in that game, and like there's like depending, there's things that you can get satisfaction and enjoyment out of playing by yourself. But remember as well, that doesn't change the fact that there's a subscription involved. I'm paying money to play it.
Yeah, that's true. But you don't want to pay money outside of that. I don't know if there's much of a game market in Final Fantasy. I've not really played it. Like,
what do you mean?
Is there any kind of pay to win system instead of grinding?
Not really. The only kind of pay to win feature that they have, it doesn't give you much. Like they've got what's called a retainer system, and when you subscribe, every account comes with at least 2 retainers.
Yeah.
And these retainers are NPCs that you hire that sort of work as both your bank and your auction market board system thing.
Oh, so it's totally automated or just they run it for you?
Yeah, so in the game, there will be these things called summoning bells, and you click on it and your retainer will appear. And you can customize your retainer any way you want, similar to how you would create your character. And that retainer will hold on to items for you, or hold on to gil for you, or the in-game currency.
Mm-hmm.
You can also assign those retainers jobs, so you can assign them class jobs, so paladin, warrior, whatever, or gathering jobs like mining and botany and fishing, and so you can get those retainers to go out and farm resources for you. And like I said, you get 2 of them for every account that you have. You can get more, but it costs a little bit more extra onto your
subscription. So it's a
it's
little bit more every. Do you pay monthly?
Yeah. So it's only about $2, and for example, I have 2 extra ones on my account.
Yeah.
And it sort of does give you a bit of advantage because obviously you've got you've got more storage space, but also you've got more for example, I've got a miner retainer, a botany retainer, and a paladin and a dark knight retainers, and it's just being useful in case. I'm trying to find the mats for a certain piece, a certain item that I need for a quest or something like that. It's just been handy just getting a retainer to go out and farm.
Yeah, surely that just saves you time more than anything, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't, it's not like it's a huge leg up. That's just me being lazy.
Yeah.
It's not like you can pay, you can't really pay for leveling and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's not like botting. It's not having someone play the game for you.
Yeah, although the game does have a bit of bots, unfortunately.
But surely it's all not sanctioned, it's naughty to do, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's not something you pay money for. What?
Yeah, although having said that though, I've given Final Fantasy a bit of a break for a while, just because I have spent so many hours in that game. But yeah, but like, uh, and also it's not really a survival game. It's it's basically WoW with a Final Fantasy coding a little bit. But that's why I love it because I'm a huge fan of Final Fantasy. But yeah, but I'm really excited. Just going back to like Elder Scrolls or Bethesda and Oblivion. I'm really excited for Bethesda, but also the other game Expedition 33 that just came out.
Yep. Why don't you talk about that for a bit?
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Have you played it?
No, I still have not played Expedition.
Oh well, I mean, I highly recommend. It's it's like combined with Final Fantasy or turn-based combat style with like Elder Scrolls. Like it's challenging in that you really got to learn how to like dodge and parry attacks, and like the timing for your dodging and parrying is pretty like it's to the second. Like you have to be really on point. But it's a very like rich story. It's very like gripping. It's very and each boss battle. Like I haven't finished the game yet, but so far like each boss battle has been just so epic and so engaging and just it kicks ass. And
I've seen a bit of gameplay. It looks very tedious, I'm not gonna lie.
Tedious.
Like it takes a really long time to kill enemies, but maybe just the guy I was watching was
well,
lower level or something.
Yeah, like I'd say like the last boss fight I took about 15 to 20 minutes to take down.
It's not crazy. I've spent more time against Dark Souls bosses, just dying over and over,
Yeah, true.
And that's fun. I love that game.
Yeah, well, but yeah, it's but like I like both Oblivion and I think not Elder Scrolls. Expedition 33 has like proven to the industry that you don't need to rely on things like microtransactions and
I think surely people are pretty sick of it. It feels like there's a bit of pushback against it.
Yeah. But
saying that GTA Online is still one of the most profitable ventures Rockstar's ever made.
Yeah, true.
Like, to this day.
Is there any kind of like microtransactions in that?
Oh,
or?
hugely, bro, hugely.
Yeah.
Like I think they would have made at least a comparable amount of money off of GTA Online to like actual single player GTA 5 like copies being sold.
Yeah, okay.
These people pay for shark cards and that, like the in-game currency. They've just made it like incredibly time consuming to make money in that game.
Yeah, okay.
And then all the fun stuff costs like millions of dollars.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, right. But it's still fun to play around with your Batmobile.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah. But although like what about Red Dead Redemption? Like that's online as well, isn't it?
Yeah, same sort of model. I haven't played as much of Red Dead Online, but it seemed to be pretty much the same. They've just got like a secondary currency system in that, which is I think what you pay money for, the gold. Which is just how you get stuff. I think same thing. Like it's hard to earn money in that game.
Yeah, fair.
It's buying a horse instead of a Lamborghini.
Well,
what about other Bethesda games? Have you played Fallout at all?
I've played a little bit of Fallout, but I didn't get. Yeah, I played a bit of Fallout 4.
Yeah. Pretty gutted game.
Yeah, I think I will, and I heard there is a Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, New Vegas is, in my opinion, like it's the best Fallout game by a pretty substantial margin, but it's also just one of the best RPGs of all time, I reckon.
Really?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, right. Because I hear a lot of people like rave on about Fallout 3 a fair bit.
Yeah, Fallout 3 was great as well. New Vegas is just 3, but like better in a lot of ways. Fallout's really fairly different to a lot of them.
Yeah, it's just...
To the rest of the games, I mean.
I heard it's basically Skyrim with guns.
I mean, isn't that what Adam Kovic said about Far Cry 3?
Really?
Yeah. It's similar. It's very similar to Skyrim. Fallout 3 is.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, alright. Well,
But I mean, they're both made by the same game company.
Yeah.
Or the same publisher, at least.
Okay, is it like I know in Fallout 4, for example, because I have played a little bit, but like Fallout like is another game similar to Oblivion where, if you don't build properly, like you just get rolled by everything by the time you hit like Yeah, because like that's the main issue that
100%.
people had with the games like Oblivion is the leveling, like, because things level with you, and like I've heard, I haven't actually got this far in Oblivion yet, but at level 25, that's when like things just become insanely difficult.
Right.
And I've heard like is it the same sort of deal in like Fallout where like if you neglect your gear and your stats, or you don't build properly, like you just
100%, dude. 100%. Not so much in Fallout 4, because I don't think it was like area based. I think just like everything on the map sort of scales off of whatever your level is. So you're constantly just fighting the same difficulty. It feels like it doesn't seem to be a massive spike. Like, but if you don't put your perks into the like right things that you want for your build, if you don't like improve your weapons, all that stuff, for sure you get rolled. In New Vegas especially though, but there it was more like geographic based. So like at the start of New Vegas, you wake up in this town called Good Springs. That's where it starts.
Yeah.
And you have, basically you're trying to get to the Las Vegas Strip, and you got two paths together. You can go the long way round, which is what the game really wants you to do. Like, that's how the story progresses. But you have the choice to go through the shortcut way, which cuts it in half. But you got to go through a swarm of death claws that like kill you basically in one shot.
Yeah. Okay.
At that level.
Yeah. Fair. Well.
But the choice that you can do that is fun.
Yeah, like that's basically what Oblivion's like.
It's a fun game design, right?
Yeah, it's like the start of the game, like you're just a prisoner. The game doesn't really explain why you're there, but like the Emperor comes in and is like, "Hey,
you're that man from my dreams."
Yeah, and it's just like, so you've got this really important quest. Like the whole world depends on you. You should take this amulet and take it to Joffrey. And you're like, right, sir, I take that amulet.
He just trusts you straight away
as
well.
Yeah. You walk out of the sewers, okay, I've got this really important task. The whole world's depending on me to do this. But first, I'm going to learn how to lockpick.
Yeah, I'm going to go join the Dark Brotherhood.
Yeah. And then join the Dark Brotherhood and become a murderer. And then you go and join the Thieves Guild. And the Thieves Guild guys, okay, we're just thieves, we're not murderers, right? And you're like, yeah, sure. Right, and then you go into the Fighters Guild and say, okay, you're a fighter, but you fight with honor and stuff, while also thieving from people and murdering people. You know, but only bad people though. Although, you know, but anyway, like I'm where am I at in my playthrough of Oblivion? So I'm level 21. I'm a vampire. I have maxed out most of my stats, and I haven't even got 1/3 of the way through of the story. So I haven't even, like, I've met Martin, but yeah, it's like...
a lot of main storyline to still go.
Yeah, so like... So Fallout's similar to that, but like...
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it is similar. So like the story of New Vegas, I don't know, I don't want to spoil it for you if you haven't played it. The game came out in like 2008. Yeah. Like, it's well and truly done. Yeah. But, so you're a courier, like a mailman, essentially.
I have.
And you've got this thing called the Platinum Chip. And there's a lot of story, but this guy's he's hired you to bring him this Platinum Chip. And this is all happening before the game starts. This is like the opening cutscene.
Yeah.
And this guy called Benny wants the Platinum Chip. So he shoots you in the head. That's why you wake up in Good Springs. You get shot in the head and buried, and this robot that thinks he's a cowboy dug you out and gave you to a doctor. I forgot where I was going with this. Oh yeah, so you basically have like the main quest of you want to kind of find Benny, and it's your choice. You can do, you don't have to kill him, but most people, you're like, yeah, he just shot me in the head. I want to find this guy. But you can just put everything on the back burner and do whatever. You also want to find, you got to deliver the Platinum Chip as well in the end. That's the main quest. But you can do everything else. I think Fallout 4 is a better example. Like, you can just completely forget about looking for Sean, your son.
I do remember that from Fallout 4 because, like, what happens in... Like, Sean is the dude that kills your wife in front of you, doesn't he?
No, that's Kellogg. Sean's your son.
Oh, shit, yeah, it's been that long ago.
Yeah, it's an old game now. Like 2014.
Yeah, so like, but Fallout like is similar to like Skyrim or like the Elder Scrolls, where each story is a completely new character, but in the same world in a different time.
Yep.
Yeah, because like
they're usually hundreds of years apart.
yeah, but
Same with Elder Scrolls.
But I really want to get into the Fallout series because I feel like the Fallout is like it feels like more relatable. It feels like a world.
1960s Americana is a little bit more closer to something you could relate to for sure than a fantasy setting.
Yeah, it's because it's basically like what the world might have looked like if.
Yeah,
like,
we went down the path of it's like specifically if we went down the path of continuing to develop nuclear.
Yeah.
Energy instead of like computers and microchips. I think it's radio technology specifically stopped developing. So that's why like culture just stopped changing in the 1960s. So like in a lot of Fallout, when the bombs dropped, air quotes, it's like 2060. Or, you know what I mean? I don't know. That's not actually what the year is, but it's not the 1960s.
Yeah, well,
it's like ages after
that. It would have
that.
been, because I know I have played, I think, Fallout 3. You do wake up in a bomb shelter and you've spent most of your life. Oh, no, that was Fallout 4, right?
Well, both of those games, you start out in a vault. But that's like 2,260.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't actually really know the timeline that well, but it's... Anyway, yeah. The point is it's really technologically developed in a lot of ways, but like culturally it's the same as 1960s America.
Because, it's like 1960s America if they actually fell into nuclear fallout, hence the name. Fallout.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, which, like, I don't know, that's a very interesting concept to me.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's a concept that I'm glad we didn't actually, how ironic would it be if, like, that did happen and we're all playing Fallout 3 in a world that's actually mimicking Fallout 3.
It'd be pretty weak out.
Well, I mean, I'm glad that didn't happen.
Yeah,
I'm not that much of a fanboy of RPGs that I want the world to actually fall into oblivion.
I don't need to actually see super mutants or bloatflies in real life.
Yeah, or have to worry about radioactive swamps and shit.
Also true. Well, because I don't think it would be fun, like in the games. I don't think you'd just get cool mutant creatures. I think everyone would just get, like, really sick.
Yeah.
And die.
Yeah, I'd say basically everywhere would look like, I don't know, Alabama in the next 20 years, maybe.
It's a hot take. That is a loaded take. What's going on in Alabama?
I don't know. I don't know why I said that. No offense to Alabama, but although,
I don't think there's any Alabamians listening, probably.
Yeah.
I think you're safe, man. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's ever made that joke, but but yeah, it's I suppose. Can you get Fallout 3 on the PS5?
I don't know about on the PS5. You can definitely get it on PC. I reckon you probably could get it on PS5. I think it'd be backwards compatible, surely.
Yeah. It's I
think it came out on the PS3.
Yeah, I think so as well. Like it came. I know it was definitely on Xbox 360.
Yeah.
And it's a classic, beloved game.
Yeah, man. But that sounds like Fallout 3 has its issues, for sure. Like, it's a Bethesda game. They always do.
But that's what but like, I don't know, like, there's a reason why, I love the fact that Bethesda, like, with the Oblivion remaster, like, they kept all, like, the glitchy...
For sure, it's a part of the charm. Like, we were talking about the other day, that one NPC where the voice actor does a double take, and, like, it's within the story, and they left that in again. But, like, they had to have known about it, because... They've gone through in the remake and like given them all lip sync over the audio.
It's adorable, and also I know that I'm pretty sure they did this in the other like Bethesda games. Like I know they did it in Skyrim. They've done it in Fallout, I think, where they use the same voice actors for a lot of the...
Yeah. That one guy must be Nolan North, whoever it is just sitting in the recording room for like 4 years straight. It's probably why it's taking so long to make Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah.
It's got one dude doing all the lines.
Yeah, and it's just like...
I love when they have the exact same lines for a different voice actor as well, so you get like two NPCs back to back saying the exact same thing in different voices.
Yeah.
That was unreal.
And like just that's why I like to call, like a lot of people like to call Oblivion the game oblivious just because of how oblivious
The NPCs are.
can be to like just the shenanigans that happens. Like I said, like how I'm a vampire, and I've got this one designated dude that sleeps in the hotel that I regularly stay at, and he usually rocks up there from 11 till 1 o'clock in the morning, and he's asleep there during that time, and yeah, I'm just waiting there, waiting for him to hop into bed, walk up to him, drink his blood, and I've done that to him like a dozen times over the past week or so.
He's just got no idea.
Yeah. So, and I like how polite he is. He just keeps looking at me. Oh, hi, sir. Good day to you. How do you do? It's like, hey, guy. Like, I'll be seeing you tonight. Not that you ever know. And
I think it's a really interesting, like one of the sort of depressing avenues that AI could be put to use. Because they've done it in Skyrim as well, where they've like had like NPCs actually be like and the voice acting being like what would you call it, supplemented, controlled by AI, so they can react to literally anything you say.
Yeah, that would be. That's cool. That's a really cool concept.
Yeah, it's like a decent application of AI.
Yeah, that's awesome. Although I'm glad you brought up AI, because it's personal with AI for me. Like they did me dirty, man. Like this is related to Oblivion as well. You see, I was trying to do research using AI to figure out
like the Google AI overview that you get.
No. I was using
ChatGPT.
Yeah. Was that what you meant?
No. Yeah, sorry, go on. ChatGPT.
Yeah. So like I was, just like trying to get some ideas of like what's the best strategy for being like having vampire.
And it told you that fire resistance.
Well, yeah, like it said like because it made sense for my build because I'm a warrior build and vampire gives you a boost to things like strength and endurance and a bit of agility as well. And also like doing the Dark Brotherhood crest or even the Thieves Guild makes sense because like with being a vampire you get detect life, which allows you to see through walls and see where people are, which is very useful. But of course, like there's a downside of like you take damage from sunlight, and this AI like suggested to me that get the fire resistant stuff. Because, like it definitely said to me quite a few times that I'll be completely immune to sunlight after getting hit. But it would require me to get the transcendent sigils from the Oblivion gates because and like it's RNG, and so you can cheese it a little bit. So like when I go into a gate, what you do is you go up to just before you click on the sigil at the end of the gate, and you have to fight through like 1,000 different things just to get there to close the gate. It gives you a random sigil. But what you can do is like you save just before you click on it.
I just keep re-rolling towards the fire resistance one.
Yeah, but it takes forever because it's one out of like I think 20 different types that you can get. All of them are good, but like I was looking for at least 3 sigils because each one gives about 35% fire resistance, and I finally ended up getting 3, and I've also got the Umbra armor, which is very good as well for like a warrior set. And I thought I was good to go, but no. Like, it's still good in that, I can take fire damage from...
you're a bit more tanky in that way as a vampire.
Yeah.
Normally very susceptible to fire damage.
Yeah. But I still, take damage from sunlight, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah. And I thought, like, there would be some way to circumvent that because, like... Because the thing that bums me out most about that is the fact that, like, you don't really get start taking damage until you get stage 3 vampirism. So you get punished more. Like the risk is like you still get damage from sunlight, but you get the most out of the stat boosts. So, but if there's no way to like circumvent that, then what's the point?
Yeah, that's true.
But anyway, ChatGPT, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm still going to keep it.
Calling you out, ChatGPT.
Yeah,
Whatever company owns you.
Yeah. That's although actually, you did, you know, just very quickly, like you did mention Google Overlay. I heard Google's AI is actually a lot more powerful than.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
They would have more resources. But yeah, like what I was talking about. So have you noticed when you Google now, it gives you like an AI like response before it gives you links or anything now?
When did it start doing that?
Oh, I don't know. It's been doing it for a few months at least.
Oh, yeah, I haven't really. Yeah, okay. Oh, I haven't really noticed.
Yeah, right. Like, when's the last time you Googled something? But yeah, and it's, I don't know, it's a little bit frustrating.
Mm.
I just don't find AI to be that reliable. Like you're saying, like it told you that it could make your vampire immune to sun damage. I'd rather like a link just to,
Yeah.
even like Wikipedia would be better, right?
Like, yeah. Oh, I don't know. I think I might test this out.
Yeah. We're getting a live testing on air.
Yeah, this is
But yeah, I think there might be some good applications of AI. I think there's just a lot more scary ways that AI can be used.
Yeah, it's yeah, because like I do use AI to Google questions like
Yeah.
um
Yeah, for sure. If it's a bit more in depth, like you require steps, for sure. I got it to help me with like meal planning one time. Yeah, it was okay. The recipe was a little bit weird that it gave me, but like bare bones, I think it helped for sure. Like probably better than Google would have.
Oh, this is what. Yeah, I do want to know what you mean now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not. That's the thing. Like, I think AI has potential to get to the point where it can do things like this, where it gives you like an AI response to things, but I don't think it's there yet.
Yeah,
But
I have heard Gemini. I think it's the name of Google's AI. I have heard it's quite good.
Yeah,
they're still limited.
it is, but like
It's just so pervasive. Like I just swear they're trying to chuck AI into everything, which is quite tiring.
Yeah, I don't know. It's yeah, like we can't rely on it too much. But then again, it's nothing we can really stop at this point.
Yeah, it's true, right? Genie's out of the bottle.
Yeah. Anyway, well,
yeah, probably a good place as any to wrap things up.
Yeah, I suppose like that's us for today, guys. Like we're just talking about gaming stuff and like where it could go in the future. Let us know in the comments like if you have any thoughts on Bethesda or survival RPGs or whatever or anything. Let us know, and we'll see you next time.
Toodles.